We have a local resident, Kim.
Hi, my name is Kim Russo. I live across the street from this site, and I am opposed to the construction, A, because of the quality of life. The way they are constructing buildings these days, there's going to be a lot of noise, there's going to be some shadowing. My car was hit pulling into my driveway, and I had my blinker on, and I was rear-ended severely. My father has been hit. My uncle was trying to pull out of the driveway. He also got hit. And if we're 3 accidents right in front of my house, I can only imagine the other residents. I have been a resident of this neighborhood since 1967. And our families came here so that it was the country. They were trying to get out of Manhattan because it was getting very populated and congested, and they thought that coming out to the country would be a great place to raise families. We are not opposed to schools. We know that we're 5,000 seats short in Queens County alone. We want our children to be educated. However, this is not the location where it should be happening. 5 stories is a pretty large building. And then you add on top of it snowstorms, and then you're going to, on top of the snowstorms, the sanitation trucks can't get through as it is. So it's just going to be one accident after another. We can hear the sounds right now, and this is not even a school here yet. You know, we have the 28, the 31, our own residents can't get on the buses. And, you know, to make a senior center would be more appropriate, because the seniors that participated in this community for decades, you know, it's time we take care of our seniors, you know, and we need to, you know, open up a senior center. That's what we need, and somebody tried to buy it and they were outwardly denied.
That's a shame, but I do know that Assemblyman Braunstein is very much interested in seeing something better for the community, and you know, he has been open to the fact that a senior center, a community center would be good. A center that services the seniors, maybe a small library for the locals, and maybe a little mini education center for after-school programs that this neighborhood and the people on this side of the Clearview can attend and participate in. I think it's going to take somebody to send a message back to our government. From last night, what was your take on what the next steps are for you and the citizens and residents of this area to do? What do we need to do?
Well, we're rallying. It's just a matter of time and place, and we all need to come together. And it seemed like last night we were all together. You know, there were a few oppositions that are in favor of the school, but on each of those oppositions, against the oppositions, were people who aren't even residents of this community, and their opinions are just opinions. They're not here. They're not here every single day when I get up in the morning. I can't keep my windows open. I've had things stolen from the front of my house, flags stolen. It is not the way it was back in the 60s and 70s, where we respected homes and values and communities. It's just not the same, and these kids are definitely not from this location. I personally went to a private school in Jamaica, Queens, and I know there is structures in Jamaica, Queens, and if they put the money towards fixing Jamaica High School, then perhaps more kids can go to Jamaica High School. Why do they have to be bused here? You know, I went there, so why can't the residents of Jamaica go there?
Well, you hit on a very soft topic, and it's a shame that those students, they don't have a choice of a school that's of quality in their neighborhood. And as I said, as a taxpayer and looking at $114 million to go into a structure, I say, why not offer a building in the communities where these kids are commuting for an hour to an hour and a half? Why not let them have real choice of going to a brand new school? Why do they have to be deprived, and why do the schools have to be put in a neighborhood where we have such a high concentration of schools? A good school located in a neighborhood close to home can be very successful, and that's the logic that we seem to hear from the powers to be, the people on the school construction or actually the Department of Education. Why aren't they focusing more on that? Look at a kid that spends an hour and a half each way, and ask a teacher, how much learning is that kid going to absorb? You know, so they're not from the neighborhood, they have a commute to get back to where their home is, and unfortunately it's the residents and community that suffers. Well, I think last night, right now, the decision is in the hands of our local councilman.
That is correct.
And I think the residents have spoken, and the constituents have spoken and have sent a very strong message. I hope that he acts on that message in good faith to serve his community. I know he doesn't live here, but you know, anybody who thinks that they want a new school, I've said come down here, watch and look and say, if your house was here, would you want a school put here? Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.